In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine yourself trapped deep in the darkest jungle with a baby and two others, with nothing but the clothes on your back and what nature provides in the jungle. I'm going to ask you what you would do if you had to stay there for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What about 40 days? And no, this isn't Survivor where Jeff Probst is going to be asking you to do fancy contests with each other. There's not going to be a film crew and a medic there to ensure your safety. There's no $1 million prize. It's just life or death. That's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. But first, I want to say good morning. Coffee with Alan today. I'm wearing a Reflex Protect shirt. I have my Reflex Protect mug because I'm going to be doing a class right after I get done with Coffee with Alan today. So I'm ready to jump right into the teaching Reflex Protect when we're done here. Appreciate everybody that joins. And please remember, like, comment, share these videos, and also go to Enjoy Life Safely. Sign up for the upcoming newsletter that's going to start soon, but you're also going to get 25 safety and self-defense tips ebook. You're going to get an ebook on situational awareness. You're going to get some videos on situational awareness. So just go to enjoylifesafely.com, sign up. You'll get that free stuff to help you stay safe. You'll be on the list to get the newsletters when they start up. And then just help me get Coffee with Alan out to everybody so we can help more people stay safe and enjoy life. Now back to our imagination. Think of yourself and two friends or siblings. If you have brothers or sisters, think of those people with you. If you don't have two brothers or sisters, think of two good friends, the three of you. And then I'm going to give you a baby. The baby's going to be 11 months old. And I want to take the four of you and put you in a plane. And then we're going to crash that plane into the Amazon jungle. And the pilots are going to die in front of you. One of the other people that was really close to you, one of the closest people ever to you, they died too. So now you and the two others and the baby, you're alone in the jungle. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive overnight? How are you going to survive the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 40 days? That is exactly what happened recently to 4 little kids. The oldest was 13. Then there was a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 11-month-old baby. Those 4 children crashed into the Amazon jungle. Their mother and the pilots were all killed. All 3 adults were killed, including their mother. And those 4 kids survived for 40 days in the jungle, and they were just rescued by Colombian Special Forces and the indigenous tribes that were helping search. It was a big, giant effort, but they were rescued this weekend, and the 4 of them are alive. Yes, they're getting medical attention. They were malnutritioned and all of that, but they were alive after 40 days. The plane went down on May 1st. Incredible survival story. Going to say good morning to Jay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot, Jay. 13 years old, 9 years old, 4 years old, and 11 months. 4 children survived for 40 days. Now, one of the things I think that is a key to their survival is they were from a tribe, an indigenous tribe down there in the jungles, so they knew the jungle. They knew what to eat, and the jungle was home. I think if we took 4 American Western people, regardless of their age, and tossed them in the jungle, they would not fare as well. So they had that going for them. They were from the jungle. The jungle was their home. They knew what they could eat and different things, and that's what helped them survive. They had to have a survival's mindset. Was it taught to them? I don't know, because I don't know how those children were raised there in the jungles, but I have a feeling they were raised a little bit differently than we raise our children here. You know, we always want to protect our children, which I think is our responsibility. But like I said in one of these episodes recently, it's also our job to teach our children how to fend and protect themselves. And I'm sure that those children were taught at very young age, as evidenced by their survival, of how to fend for themselves, what to eat, what to do in that environment that they lived in. And it worked. 4 kids survived for 40 days. And that proves that our children here in the West, we could teach them more and they could be more self-reliant than sometimes they are. You know, it's sad, but I've seen kids grow all the way through school, graduating, and we see them not as self-reliant as those 4 really young children were in the jungle. Jay says, wow. Dixon says, amazing story. And you can Google this. It's been on TV. I think it was on the Today Show this morning. You know, and Savannah, one of my favorite lawyers and television hosts, got to see her live one time. It was pretty cool. But she even said if it was Western children, probably wouldn't have fared as well as those kids, because we're not raising our children to be self-reliant, especially in that environment, because we don't live in that environment. That's natural. But I think the story proves that our children are capable of more than maybe we think they are, and that we could help them by raising them and teaching them to be more self-reliant and to be able to survive on their own if they had to. Now, naturally, we need to teach them in the environment that we are raising them in, but it doesn't hurt to teach them in other environments too. I feel very fortunate that I grew up camping and being in the woods, and I learned as a very, very young age how to build a fire and gather firewood and fish and all these different things out in the woods. And I was just at home out in the woods camping. I've always been an early riser. I mean, I woke up at 4:23 this morning, looked at the clock and said, don't need an alarm this morning, I'm up. And the alarm was set for 4:30. I did the same when I was out camping. I would be the first up with the sun, go get the wood, get the fire started. I'd have the fire started, water boiling, different things going, had already had fun in the woods with my dog, all before everybody else woke up. And those skills paid off later when I was in the military, because I was the one that could start a fire in the rain. I was the one that could do this or that in the woods and find our way, where some people, they didn't have those skills. So I think I was lucky to be taught those at a very young age. And we need to teach our kids those skills at a young age, because they can do things. They are capable of surviving and doing things on their own and being self-reliant, just like these 4 kids in the Amazon jungle. That is a fantastic, absolutely amazing success story, survival story, and it shows what can be done. And if it can be done by one, it can be done by others. And we can use that as an example for our own survival and for teaching our young ones that they can be survivors too. Before I sign off today, I want to tell everybody that was tuned in yesterday, you had heard about my daughter's flights getting changed, and I gave some travel tips yesterday. If you didn't listen, go listen to that. It has some travel tips, some information for people, especially if you travel a lot. But I was able to get my daughter's tickets rearranged when they had the problems, and she arrived safely in South Korea was able to meet her cousin. They were picked up at the airport, went out to dinner. Everything's great, and she's doing well. And so I just wanted to end that story from yesterday about, some of the flight troubles that we had and how it was resolved. Dixon says, ditto. I'm a former Boy Scout. Learning those skills at a young age, so important. Jay says, big time true. Appreciate that, Jay. So everybody, have a fantastic Monday. I'm going to jump off and got some Reflex Protect training to do, helping people stay safe and be prepared just in case violence erupts. If I can help you or your organization in that realm, be sure to get a hold of me. Reflex Protect provides different trainings, different products to help keep people safe and be better prepared for violence. So if I can help you with that, get a hold of me and I'll be glad to do so. Until tomorrow, make it a fantastic Monday. Stay safe. Enjoy life.